I do want to start off this video with a PSA or warning rather. If you are in a healthy, committed relationship, block me. Because on February 14th, as soon as the clock strikes midnight, all I plan on doing for the next 24 hours is crying, masturbating, and manifesting the termination of all relationships. I plan on exuding nothing but hatred and negativity. Please protect yourselves. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Kindergarten. You know, in like kindergarten where like little kids would like get married or like have little cute little fake weddings or even like have fake boyfriends and stuff, you know, like kindergarten type of things. I had none of that. And I can't even blame it on like a racism or going to a PWI because my brother had ones. Okay, so now fast forward to primary school, grade 1 to 7. Even then, there's like those cute like crushes or like relationships. Even in like grade 1, like my best friend had one. They had like a fake wedding, and so they were gonna like love each other forever. It was too much, way too much. No one, my entire primary school experience had a crush on me. Not even like a little like. They would ship me with the only other brown kid. He was not into me, he was into this blonde bitch. I had a crush on him though, not gonna lie. And the thing is, like, it wasn't even like we were kids. I started having crushes very early. Like, I remember in grade 1 I would like fight with my best friend over this guy. Ugh, such a whore, because I had a crush on him. Like, I think it was a bit unhealthy how early I started to have crushes on people. And no one ever had a crush on me, not even like a small cute way, not even like I like you, I want to hold your hand type of way, nothing. Grade 1 to 7, no one was interested in me. I was the type of girl that would get like asked out on a joke type of thing, so fucked me up greatly. But yeah, it was a very small school, like an incredibly small school. At one point there were 6 people in my grade, so then we go to high school. Now it's a big ass school where they were like, let's do the math. We started off with 7 classes of like 30 people. Fuck, what's the math? I don't know what 7 times 30 is. I'm not even gonna pretend. So 210 people, we'll say like 100 guys. That's how we started off. Obviously, I think we lost a class by matric. And then obviously like guys younger than you and older than you by like a year might have a crush on you. But yeah, anyways, high school happened. I was very excited because I was like, it's a big school, there's not as much white people, still predominantly white people, but not as much. But yeah, I was like really excited to get attention from guys and to be like asked out and like hold hands. And grade 8 to 12, nothing. No one had a crush on me, no one vibed with me, no one kissed me. By the way, just to catch up, I have not had my first kiss in primary school. Grade 8 starts, didn't have my first kiss. Grade 9, no first kiss. Grade 10, no first kiss. Okay, grade 11, no first kiss. Matric, no girl, no first kiss. I did not get anything, any action for the first 18 years of my life. Now, whether I liked it or not, that affected like my self-esteem and just like how I saw myself, because like obviously you don't want your self-worth to be dependent on other people, but like when you're a teenager, that is all it is. Like everything you feel about yourself is dependent on how other people see you. That's just what being a teenager is. It sucked seeing everyone, like all your friends, everyone else get crushes, get in relationships, give a little hand job here and there. I wasn't alone, thankfully. Like, I wasn't the only person. I had my friends and stuff. We were kind of in the same boat. And obviously, we know brown girls, they only peak after high school. There was this one situation, kind of. Okay. So when I was in primary school, my mom went back to university to become a teacher. So she had to do practice teaching. Now, we lived in Cape Town at the time. And so we decided for her practice teaching to go back to Pietermaritzburg, where her parents and family were. So at that time, I left school for a term and stayed with my aunt and my uncle. Yeah, so we were there for a term. Then I come back, nothing happened. I know, you guys were like, oh, okay, so this is when something happens. No. Grade 11, I go to, this is such a long, unnecessary story. I go to my cousin's house. He just got married and her cousin as well is there. This is obviously like bad for the beginning. If I have to preface it by saying we weren't related, then it's already like, oh. But yeah, we're not related. We're related by marriage, but like not by blood. So he was just kind of there. I wasn't into him or anything, but we got along really well as like friends and stuff. And then I found out that he went to the school that I went to for that term in grade 5. And it was like so crazy. And like my Wattpad reading, like romance movie watching ass was so excited. I was like, this is destiny. Like we knew each other in our paths crossed, but like nothing happened, and now we're reunited again by like some chance. So I was like kind of into it. I was like, oh okay, you're actually kind of cute. He wasn't. And then we drove back together because we were coming, they stayed in Joburg, and we were driving to Durban, and he also lived in Durban, so my dad offered to lift him. So we were in the car together going back, and he did this thing. So the three of us, me, my brother and him, were in the car in the back, and he did this annoying ass thing. He was in the middle for some, I don't know, and he was like trying to get me to sleep on his shoulder. I was sleeping, he was like jabbing his shoulder like into my neck to get me to like sleep on his shoulder, if that makes sense. I eventually did. I wasn't disgusted by him, and I was like, he's kind of cute. He asked for my number and I gave it to him, and then I got home, then he messaged me, and then I blocked him. And I don't know why. This is like a whole why I think I'm a lesbian. This is a whole different video, but like this happens a lot where like, I don't know, guys shows interest and I'm like into it, and then he shows like too much interest and I'm like, ew. Like stop. And like there was like nothing wrong, he didn't do anything wrong. I thought the car thing, now I think it's really cringy, but at the time I was like so cute. I thought like how we met and knew each other was so cute. He was really funny and stuff like that, but I don't know why. But like when I got home and he messaged me, I was like, this is fucking disgusting, and block. So whole 18 years of my life, that is the closest romantic encounter I had. And like I said, up until this point, I'm 18, I have not had my first kiss. We're actually very behind on my makeup. Also, like I said, I wish I could say I was like unbothered by the fact that like no one wanted to even like hold my hand romantically, but like it fucked me up. And I would literally go to the temple every time we would, and when we would walk around the temple 9 times, I would pray for nothing else but a boyfriend. People pray for like health, for good marks. I would pray for a boyfriend every year for 5 years. Never got it, but I still, yeah, that's gonna be like really fucking sad. Like really? Praying for a boyfriend. If I did not think of myself as pretty or attractive or desirable for 18 years of my life, so now I'm finished with high school. I'm going to UNISA, so I'm not going to a campus university, so I'm not going to be having those uni-ass experiences, and I was very insecure about the fact that I hadn't had my first kiss yet. I'm going to be 19, and I still haven't had my first kiss yet. My 19th birthday, I make it my mission to at least have my first kiss. I didn't want to kiss someone. I was not interested in kissing someone. I wanted it so that I could not be a person who hasn't had my first kiss yet. So we go to this bar kind of place for my 19th with my friends, and there were these 2 guys there, but we were talking to him. I did not give a fuck about what he was saying. He was talking about getting into a bicycle accident and shit. I was like, oh my gosh, like that's so horrible. I did not give a fuck. He was also way more interested in my friend, which I totally understand. She was gorgeous. And then by the end of the night, like, I literally just want this kiss. I get it. Finally, guys, finally some good news. Finally getting some, but at the same time, like it's still fucking sad. I was not attracted to him. I did not care about him. I had no desire to kiss him as a person. I just wanted to have my first kiss done. I had just come out at this point, but I was still terrified of women. Not that I'm any less terrified now. So yeah, when I kiss him, I'm sitting here, he's sitting across from me on the table here, and then my 2 best friends are sitting behind him. I feel really bad, like they were just kind of chilling there while me and the other girl were like talking to the guys. Also, my friend that he was more interested in was in a relationship, and I thank God so much for that, because if she wasn't, I wouldn't stand a chance. While I am kissing him, my eyes are wide open, and I am making full, intense, direct eye contact with my friends behind him. It was romantic. It was actually more intimate between me and her than it was between me and him, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay, this is me from the future. I forgot to tell you a story, but I'm still behind. So I tell my friends, just like my first kiss, I want to get rid of my virginity because I was very insecure about the fact that I was still a virgin at 19. Not that you should be, but I was. So my friend sent me the number of a guy who also is just looking to have sex, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want a relationship, I didn't want anything. I just wanted to get rid of my virginity. I wasn't even like sexually active or like interested in sex at the time. Like I didn't desire to have sex with anyone. I got his number, we spoke for a little bit, we set up a date, and as things got like close towards when he was gonna fuck me, I was like, no, I pulled out. I was like, I'm sorry, like I'm not into it, like I'm not ready. Which is just like the thing with the guy, my cousin's cousin, where like I was into it, I was serious, and as soon as it got like too real, I like last minute cancelled, which is another reason why I think I'm a lesbian. Also, when I meant like Valentine's makeup, I literally just meant like pink or red. So, like most people who did not get a lot of romantic attention, I downloaded Tinder. I had zero intention of meeting anyone or dating anyone. I just wanted, once again, the validation, which I think is probably like 90% of Tinder users, but yeah. So now I'm like 20, 21, 22, and I did something that I deeply regret, and I didn't know I was doing intentionally at the time. But I over-sexualized myself. I was not getting compliments from men. I wanted to be called pretty, beautiful, attractive, but I wasn't getting that. So I was like, okay, I'll get called hot and sexy instead. I would post a lot of revealing stuff on Instagram, and I kept doing it because it kept doing so much better than my other posts. Like when I post my tits, it would just do better. So I was like, okay, I'll just keep posting my tits. I'll keep posting my tits. But I ended up getting it and ended up being like so... It didn't break. It was the same thing I dropped earlier. Now I literally avoid any attention or interaction from men. Like, male attention is just not great. Men are just not great. I hate them. Absolutely disgusting. So now it's 2020. Everyone's on lockdown. I decided to delete Tinder and focus on other things. That was like the longest in my entire life I've gone without like feeling the need to be desired romantically. Then it's 2021. And you know when your friends who are in relationships are like, oh, it'll happen when you least expect it, like when you're not looking. They're right, it is 100% true. Towards the end of 2020, I realized that I didn't want a relationship, and I never did up until this time. I just wanted to be desired, which is, you know, that's normal. 2021, I finally decided, like, I don't want to date, I don't want a relationship. Then everyone and their mothers want to date me. And it's, like, so frustrating because, like, I'm generally not in it. There is that one person, though. Like, there is that one person always. Like, I'm not really looking to date anyone, but if that one person was like, hey, like, do you want to date? 2022, still a summary of my experience. Had my first kiss at 19, nothing else. Never been on a date, never dated anyone. Had a couple talking stages, but that's about it. I'm glad I didn't end up losing my virginity when I just wanted to lose it. It is what it is for everyone else, but I just wasn't ready, and that's okay. As weird as it is, even though I literally only had my first kiss, I kind of regret having it because, like, I just did it to get rid of it. I have no idea what that guy's name is. You know, like, I would be totally fine 23 with about to be 24 with like zero experience, because like now I know it's because I don't want it, because like for the first like 21 years I hadn't had my first kiss, I hadn't dated anyone, I hadn't done anything because no one wanted to do it with me. No one saw me desirable enough to do it with. So I was like, okay, I need to do these things so I can prove to myself and like maybe other people that I am desirable in that way. But finally, by like 23, people desired me. I hate the word desire now so much. But yeah, that's where I am now. Zero regret. I mean, yeah, okay, like a couple of regrets. And also one thing that I screwed myself over with by like over-sexualizing myself, I really want someone who is interested in me to not to want to fuck me as much as anything else, because like I said, when I over-sexualized myself, everyone wanted to fuck me, and that's what they kind of wanted, which I wanted at the time. Like I wanted them to want to fuck me, but now I hate it so much. I obviously do want to be like sexually attractive to other people, but that's kind of like my last thing. Like I would rather be called pretty, smart, gorgeous, funny, beautiful for a while before I'd be called hot and sexy. I'm manifesting like a date, at least going on a date this year. If it doesn't, I will kill myself, but until then, that is the look. Honestly, I just need a racist past and I'm ready to be a YouTube moor.